Okay. Before we, go ahead with our class, okay, have you all downloaded and installed Power BI? Can you confirm to chat? Okay, Benjamin has done. Okay, so all of you have already done. Great. Okay, so as you know, right, this Power BI course, as you have joined, and I'll assume that none of you have, at least basic knowledge of Power BI or what these AI and analytics tool do. Okay, I will go with very basic from scratch, one by one, and cover everything whatever this tool has. Okay, so let's get to some points of this course. So this course, is designed for those, right, who doesn't have any knowledge on this AI and analytics tool. Okay, this business intelligence tool. So you can, if you don't know anything about this business intelligence tool, don't worry about that. So you will learn everything. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to practice these entire session, like this 24 sessions. So just be regular, and at the end you will understand, like you have achieved your goal. Okay, and it is not a rocket science. So and this Power BI, as I told in demo class itself, that it's easy to use tool. You can learn it easily, but the thing is, it gives you a power to visualize your data. Okay, and we will learn what these BI tools, business intelligence and analytics tools do. Okay, we will learn some concept also. We will not just learn these visualizations. Okay, we will learn the concept also, like how to use which visualization, and also what is what. Okay, what is analytics, what is the dashboard, and how to design dashboard. So all those things we will learn those skills also. Okay, so what I will say, like, you practice daily along with me, and whatever projects I will be assignment I will be giving, it will not take much time, because whatever we will be covering in our 1 hour session, so this assignment will be from that, and it will not take more than 15 minutes. Okay, so you can do it easily. So every day you practice all those things. Fine. Now the most important point is, you, as you already have joined this Power BI session, right? As you already have, that in mind, that you want to learn Power BI, so you must have some goal, to learn Power BI. So just keep that in mind, that you have a goal to achieve. So what goal you have to achieve? So you may be, learning Power BI means you maybe, you may want to create a dashboard for your business, or for you may want to also change your career path. Okay, maybe you want to go towards this business intelligence and analytics side, or you may want to aspire for to be a data scientist, right? So you may want to learn various techniques for to become a data scientist, or to find another job. So you must have that in mind, that what goal you have, uh, what goal you have to achieve. So that you must have to have in your mind. Then only you will be able to learn it properly, and you can go in that direction. So what I will do, right, I will help you with the assignments. I will help you with the techniques, different techniques, and I will help you with all the options in the tools and visualizations and different techniques. So you have to practice it well. Okay. And as I said, it's easy to use. So don't worry about learning the technology. Uh, so, can you, before we go ahead with the course, can you tell me like which are the domain you are working on? So why I am asking you the domain, right? So we can go for some specific dashboard, okay, on that on those domains. We can, yeah. So we can go for some domain, okay, and or we can go for that for the analytics, business analytics, or something like that in that domain, and we can create dashboard for the specific domain, okay. So any domain, specific domain you are working on right now, like insurance, finance, okay, okay, fine. So, hmm. Okay. So, what I will suggest, right, Manish, like you also do one thing in finance domain, uh, just search for some dashboard you want to build. You have a goal fixed for you, okay? That I want to have this kind of, this kind of dashboard. So at the end of this session, at the end of this training course, right? You want to achieve, you would like to build that kind of dashboard, so that you just fix that in mind, and share with me also that you want to achieve this dashboard at the end of this course, okay. That kind of things also, it will help you also learning, it will help you also learn many things, okay. That what kind of dashboard you can build in finance, and what are the techniques or what are the things you should have in the dashboard, what are the KPIs and all. So all those things, and how visualizations are used. So I will here I will give you people all the technology, uh, the information on the technology, okay, knowledge on the technology. But it's at the end, it's your conscience, right? It's your visualizing mind, like what you want to do, okay. So okay, let's start. So today's goal, today the first session, okay. So let me share. So what agenda of today, right? What do we have? Sorry. I will provide you the data which we are working on, and also I will provide you the file, Power BI file, what we will be, creating during the sessions, and you can also use that. You can also use your own file, and you can work along with me. I will share you the data. Okay. So agenda for today is we will see the fundamentals of Power BI, fine, and we will know the interface, okay, and how we can get data, some environment settings, and basic cleaning, okay, basic data cleaning. So let's start. First thing, okay, what comes to your mind when you think of Power BI, like what you want to do, okay, what it will do for you. So you have so many programming, you have so many tools in the market, but you are choosing Power BI, right? And the kind of tools. So Power BI kind of tools, right? Those are These are called business intelligence and visualization tool. Okay, whether it is Power BI or it is Tableau or
Also,
Cognos.
sorry to cut you in between, but you're not sharing your screen.
Am I?
Sorry to cut you, but
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah.
you're not
Sure,
sharing your screen.
sure. Okay. So thank you. Yeah. So what I was telling that the agenda for today is Power BI fundamentals. We'll learn the fundamentals. Okay. And you will know the interface, Power BI interface. Okay. Then we will get a data and environment settings. Then basic data cleaning. Okay. We'll start with this. So, as I was mentioning, so what Power BI will do, or what we are trying to do with Power BI, right? So we will try to analyze some data, right, with Power BI, or we'll be working in a role like a business, business analysis analyst or a data analyst kind of thing. We want to analyze the data, right? So when it comes to visualization, so what does that mean? That we use visualization in Power BI, and Power BI is popular for visualization. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we have to create some fancy visualization, fancy charts, right? No. So we have some goal, okay, to visualize the data. We don't just create the visualization to look it nicer, right? To look the to make it look nicer, right? So that what we are trying to do with the visualizations, different visualizations, we have a goal, you know, to represent the information, right? Out of the raw data, we want to visualize the information, right? So now this visualization is a graphical and visual representation of the data. Okay. And why do we do that? Why do we want to visualize the data? So we want to identify some patterns from the data. Okay, you said like Manish is working on finance, right? So in finance, so there'll be some hidden patterns, lot of data, millions and billions of records are there. So it's very difficult with the traditional tools, or SQL tools or something like that. Okay, normal tools, that you get the patterns out of the data, right? You want to analyze your loss, you want to analyze where are you losing, where are you getting more benefit, profit and all, and where you have some opportunities to grow your business. So all those kind of things, through these tools, you want to analyze the you want to identify the patterns, trends, and outliers in data. Outliers in the sense, so these are again some techniques where you are finding like fraudulent transactions and all, right? Those are kind of outliers which are not normal. Okay, if something is not normal and it's not a common business, that means those are coming under outliers. Okay, so those kind of things. And through these visualizations, you are at the end, right, at the end of once you create your dashboard, so you may want to achieve some goals, right? Why you want to achieve that goals? To either to describe your business or to the stakeholders, or you want to give it to your customer, that and they can make some decisions out of that visualizations. So once you have provided your dashboard to the business, or to your customers, or you have your own business, right? So you can through those visuals, it should be like that you represent in that data, right? You represent your data through visualization in such a way that you get some kind of benefit out of that. You can make some decision with that data. Okay, so you have to create your visualizations in that way. Okay, it's not just that you have a visualization and you are using it. It's not like that. First thing is how what you want to achieve through your data and what goals you have, for creating the dashboard. So you have to keep that in mind. That's the very first thing, okay, and very important thing. So now, this is again the definition kind of, okay, that data visualization is used for visual representations to explore, make sense of, and communicate your data. Okay, this is the ultimate goal for, business intelligence tool. Okay, so that you can tell a story to your customer, okay, to your stakeholders. So that is the ultimate goal for using these tools. Okay, so you always need to have this in mind. First thing, that what is the goal for creating your visualization. Okay, let's go to the Power BI tool. So what it has for you, to offer, and what kind of visualizations you can create out of the Power BI tool. Okay, so now, with this Power BI fundamentals, right? What you want to do with Power BI? First thing, the ultimate goal for you is you want to analyze some data, visualize some data. This is the ultimate goal for you, right? So and with this goal, to achieve these goals, analyze the data, visualize the data, you must have your data. Okay, so the ultimate goal is to analyze and visualize. Okay, and then now what you want to visualize and analyze? You want to visualize and analyze your data. So that data will be in the raw format. Okay, raw format in the sense those will not be cleaned. There will be some spaces, there will be some other things, there will be some blank rows, and some kind of column will not have proper data.
Unstructured data.
Yes, no, not unstructured. So even in the structured data, so even in the structured data, whichever you have in a SQL Server or some DB, right? You may have some kind of blank, cells informations, or you may have some kind of, uh, some kind of value which is, not correct, -1, or just placeholder values, right? So similar kind of things may be there in your data. Okay, so to analyze your data, visualize your data, you have to clean those kind of data, right? So you may have some duplicate data. Okay, so all those things you have to clean. So if you are from the ETL background or database background, right, it's easy for you to understand all these things. Okay, if you have the uh, knowledge, or if you have some hands-on on database, so you will know that what is uncleaned and those data. So yeah, so now, ultimate goal is visualize and analyze. Okay, you have these capabilities in Power BI and easily available, and all of the charts and visualizations you can create very easily. Okay, and underlying technologies to clean the data and all. So you have to transform your data. Okay, this is also provided within Power BI. Okay, you can transform your data. Okay, and also you will have multiple sources, right? You will have multiple sources from where you will get your data and integrate the data. So that data can have to be modeled, right? Has to be joined, right? So that can be done in the modeling tool. Okay. So all of these tools comes under Power BI desktop. Okay. There are three areas here. So one we have Power BI desktop, another one is Power BI cloud service, and the Power BI mobile. Okay, these are three components in Power BI. So through all of these, it completes the Power BI suite, right? And we will be, Power BI desktop is the heart of this tool, where we will do all of our work. Okay, so in Power BI desktop, whatever you have installed, right? So you can do the all of these analysis, visualizations, transformations, and modeling. Fine. Now, with Power BI Cloud Services, once you have created your, Power BI, once you have created the model report or dashboard, right? You have to share with your peer or your client, okay, or with the business, right? So once you have done this, you have to publish it or send it to, you know, you have to share with your peers with whom you are working, okay, so that they can also make their updates, or you can share the final version of the report with your business, right? So that they can they can make some decisions. Fine. So for that, we have Power BI Cloud Service, where you can publish your report and dashboard. Okay. So this is the component Power BI desktop. Then we have Power BI Cloud Services, and we have Power BI mobile, right? So in the desktop itself, so you can you can arrange your dashboard or report in such a way that it can be consumed by mobile. Okay, so you have that capability, ability, and we'll see all of these. So once when you can consume the report or dashboard through mobile, when once the report or dashboard is shared or published to the cloud, then only you can consume it through mobile. Okay, so now let's see what is in the tool. Let's see what is Power BI desktop, Power BI cloud, and Power BI mobile. So this is Power BI desktop. You have already downloaded, right? The very first time you open it, you will see this file, collaborate and share. So through this, right, you have to connect to collaborate and share. This will connect to the cloud service. Now this is the desktop, okay, Power BI desktop. And then once you sign in, okay, you can share, publish from here. You can share or publish the content, okay, to cloud services. And what is that cloud service? So here you see, right? You have to, so we'll see it later when we get to this point. Okay. So this is cloud service, where you have a URL, and here you can publish your, dashboard and all, and share and collaborate the reports. Fine. Now, okay. So the first thing we are going to do, right, with the Power BI desktop. So now you have the understanding, like what are the components we have in Power BI. So the three different components are: one is Power BI desktop, okay, then Power BI cloud services, where we publish, share and collaborate, right? And Power BI Mobile. Okay, and we will see each and everything, one by one. Now, on the interface. So first thing we'll see, like we'll get our first data, okay, and we'll see the different interface, the different views, and the Power Query editor. Okay, so to get your data, to get the data, you have the option here called Get Data. Once you open it, right, you have the option called Get Data, and there are so many sources of data you can get data from. So almost it gives you so many options. Okay, and if you see all the options, so files, then you can connect to database, Power Platforms, then Azure, then online services also, and others. So many things. So R, Python, ODBC, and so many. So almost all kind of sources you can connect to. Okay. Let's see what we are going to do. We will be connecting to the files, text files. Here CSV files we have, and also later we'll connect to database, and we will use our SQL Server database. Okay, Microsoft SQL Server database to connect to and get the data and create models and all. Fine. So the very first file we are going to get is a CSV file. I will share all of these files with you. So we have some raw data. Now this is our first data, and what we will be achieving. So again, so what you want to do with this file, and this is an e-commerce data. Okay, so in e-commerce, you have product, you have their sales, you have their transitions from one place to another place. So transportations and all these things. So all those informations, many things will be there, orders, and revenue, stock, everything. So first thing, for today's class, we are just going for some basic cleaning. Okay, but we will have a project in mind that at the end of the session we want to achieve this goal. Okay, we will set a goal, and we'll have that in mind, and we'll achieve that goal through our report creation and dashboard creation. Okay, so the very first thing today we'll do is we will learn. Okay, we have got the raw data. Now we have loaded the raw data. That this is a CSV data. Okay, and let's just load it. So once we have the raw data, can we use that raw data with our visualizations? Suppose I'm just taking a column chart, okay, and want to use this raw data. So once we have got the data, once we have got that inside Power BI, so you will see under the fields pane that this has been added here. The file or tables, okay, the tables has been added here, and if you expand it, you will see all of the columns. Okay, but if you want to use this column, see, one thing is this doesn't give you the correct column names, right? So you have understood that just getting the data is not enough. Okay, just getting the data into Power BI, okay, loading the data into Power BI is not enough. We have to do something more, okay, on this data. So what we have to do. Okay, what we want to do with this data, we have to perform some cleaning actions, right? We have to perform some cleaning. So before that, before going to that cleaning part, so we'll see the different UI options. What do we have here? So here you see this report view, right? With the visualization icon. So this is a report view. Here build your final product. You create your dashboard. You create the report. Okay, in this product, in this view, report view. Then you have the other view called data view. Okay, we have loaded this data. So what data is loaded, we don't know, right? So to check what we have loaded, okay, what is the raw data, okay, detailed data. So we have to, go to the data view. So this view will give you the raw data information. Fine. So here you are seeing the raw data. Okay. And now you can also check the different rows and columns and the data. Fine. So now this is one. This is called the data view, report view. Another view, we have the model view. So what is this for? This model. This is for modeling. You know, modeling of your to create the model out of different sources, right? So you will have different tables joined. So you may have different sources even, and you want to integrate. So you have to create relationships, joins, and all, right? To do that, okay, you have to use this modeling tool. Here you can create the joins, okay, and you can set some more options, and we'll see all of these options once we go there. Okay, with each, we'll see each and every options to create our models, to clean our data. So those, all those options we'll see now. So you are seeing in this home button, we have different sources to connect to. Okay, and these are some power Microsoft provided tools, or this is also kind of database, dataverse. So many things else. Also Microsoft has some more capabilities, like some more tools. Okay, like Power BI, this Power Apps. Then we have this Power Automate, and those are also very much famous in the market now. So so we'll not go into that. Once we have our data, raw data, we would like to clean that data. So how we can clean that data? Through transformation. We have to do the transformation. Okay, that can be done using this transform data option. Okay, here, so we can directly click here, or we can go inside and transform the data. Okay, let's see. So now this is called Power Query Editor. And here we do most of our work. Okay, before visualizing our data, right? Before visualizing our data in the tool, we perform most of our work in this Power Query Editor. Okay. Uh, Now, so different options. So we'll see there are so many options right here under home, under transforms, right? And then under columns, views. So all of there are so many options. So don't worry about all these options now. Okay, we will use each and every options one by one. Fine. Now once you load your data, into Power BI. So next thing is you will see that, and here, in the Power Query editor, if you open the Power Query, once you open the Power Query editor, you will see the applied steps in under the query settings pane. You will see the applied steps here, source. Okay. So let's see. We need to clean our data, right, to use it in our visualizations. Okay. So if you see the data here, this is not clean. That's what I was saying about the clean data. So in this is not clean. Here you can see there are some two rows, okay, which are not required, and this is before the headings, and these are some made up data. Okay. So don't when you use the tables, actual tables in your project, right? So that will be not like this, but that will have similar, such kind of things like, okay, NA or some kind of different, data or duplicate data. So those informations that will be present in your actual data, okay, or some other values. Fine. So now, once we have this data, we would like to clean. So what? First question is what we want to do with this data, okay, and what is wrong with this data. Fine. So the first thing uh, that should come to our mind is what is wrong with this data. Why do we want to, perform some transformations on this data? Okay. So that should come to your mind first thing. Now let's see. Okay. What are the issues with this file? So can you, tell me what are the issues you are seeing with this file on these, few rows? Can you just, can you note it down or send through chat? What are the issues you are seeing in this file? Few issues. Hmm. Yes, there is an unstructured, hmm, blank rows. Hmm. Yes. So there are, so many issues we are seeing with this file. One is, you know, uh, this is this is kind of structured, okay, structured data, but we have some additional rows and columns, okay. So in unstructured data, how will it be? Okay, the that will be kind of totally messy. Out of that, you have to either it will be a text file or something like that, okay, in unstructured data. But in structured data, you will have the data in, column and rows format, okay, and semi-structured data, that will be again column and rows format, will be somehow it will follow that way, and also it will have some some kind of information which is hidden under some other things, okay, in unstructured way. So that is also that, okay. So now with this file, you know correct. So all of these things, column headings and all these things. So we would like to, uh, you know, uh, clean this. So first thing is we would, the very first thing we would like to do is to remove these two rows. This is the very, first thing we would like to do. So to, remove the rows, what need to be done? So Power BI has, providing a lot of, it's providing a lot of options to clean its data, okay, transform its data. So to remove this row, you have the option, okay, under home ribbon. Here, if you see under home ribbon, you have the option called remove rows. Okay, if you click that row, remove rows, so you have again different options. Fine, that remove top rows, remove bottom rows, alternative rows, so alternate rows and duplicates and all these things. Fine. To remove top rows, we want to here the rows are on the top, so we want to remove the top rows, right? So how many rows we want to remove? We want to remove here two rows. So now you see, once we remove these two rows, you would see here on the applied step side, this pane, that one step is added, remove top rows step, right? And this step doesn't have the data, doesn't have the those two rows, which is having some kind of title and all, right? So and why, what is this rows steps are doing? It is just applying the transformations in a different steps. Okay, and it doesn't remove the rows or information from the source data. So still you preserve the source data. Let's see. If you go back to the source step, here you still see the source information. Okay, whatever you have loaded, right? The same information is intact. So nothing is done on this. Only on top of that, a separate transformations has been applied, right? And that transformations are in the different steps, right? Suppose you have mistakenly, you know, let's see, remove this step. We can always remove these steps, whatever steps we have performed, and we can go back to our original data. Okay, that is so now remove top rows. Suppose you are removing by mistake, you are removing three rows. Okay, now you see that you don't have the column titles. Okay, that is done by mistake. So whether you have to again remove the steps and do the steps again to get your header rows, header column, header rows and all. So that is that's not needed. You can even modify your step. Okay, and go back and modify it to your desired you know uh, whatever you are looking for. So here we want to remove only two rows, but by mistake we removed three rows. So what you can do, you can go to the gear icon right here, just click it. Now you have the steps option again opened for you. Then you just mention again two rows, that we want to remove two rows. So you will see that this step is modified. Okay, so one thing you remember about this steps, this will, you can always go back to the previous step, and the steps you are applying, it will not it is not going to affect your previous step. Okay, it will always affect the subsequent steps. Okay, whatever you are applying in the transformations, right? So now the next thing we would like to do is create, you will like to set this row, first row, as a header. Okay, so we have removed these first two rows. Now we would like to have it as a header, and this is straightforward again. We have the option called use first row as headers. Okay, this is again under the home ribbon, right? Here you see use first row as headers. Okay, so now you see that this is set first row as headers. Fine. So this is done, and we will perform some more activities, right? So now, before going to that, you'll see that here in this, strips we have in colors, right? Green color and black color, and you are able to see some pop-up options, right? Here you see some information regarding the columns. So green color, here if you see the green color, it says that these are correct data. We don't have incorrect data in case of if everything is green. Okay, if the entire part of the column is green. But if you see here, we have some kind of black color also, right, in that strip. So you will see that is given for empty data. So by looking at this column, right, by looking at the column itself, you will know that which column is good, which column is correct, and which column has some blank row, which column has some errors. Okay, so this is the power of Power BI here, and you don't get these kind of options easily in other tools. Okay, so that's what. First thing is to visualize, to check your data whether it is clean or not. It is easily providing you this option that okay, with these columns, these are the issues. You have 99% valid rows, valid data. Okay, you have 3%, you have 1% empty data. Okay, empty cells. So these kind of information it is providing you. Okay. Now here if you see the 99% cells are empty. So by just seeing this, you will understand that okay, I want to remove this column because it doesn't add any value to the business. It doesn't have any data. Okay. Ultimately, we are looking for some data which can give us some kind of insight, right? So now we would like to perform the other transformations. What are those? We would like to remove the empty rows. Okay, we would like to remove the empty rows. How you will do that? Go to remove rows, and here you have the option called remove blank rows. Fine. So just click on that, and if the entire row, right, is blank, if there is nothing in that, those rows will be removed. So now you see the row with which is entirely blank, those rows are removed. Okay, and see here some of one of the row. Okay, this is blank. It seems the all of the cells are blank, but still it is there. Why? Because we have one data, one cell which has some data, 26, right? Because of this, it is not removed. Fine. So now we would like to remove the here this is the order information, right? So this is unique information. Order ID is unique. So what does that mean? When you have the order ID as unique ID, that means it should not be duplicate at all, or it should not have such data which doesn't have any meaning also. Okay, so first thing is you have to remove all those information, either the blank information. If unique ID has blank, so that should be removed. That and this we have NA, so that is not giving any value to the data, so that we need to remove. So how you can remove this? You have to within the data, if you want to just you don't know whether that data has some value, other values and all. Okay, these are some NA values. So only NA values is there. So whether do we have some options to remove the NA values from here, right? So we don't have such options, right? So how we can, you know, remove these NA values, NA columns? If you have any order, then what we can do, we have the option here. You see the drop down, right? On each column you have a drop down. If you go to the drop down, fine, you have the option to filter. See, text filters, right? We have to apply the filtering here to remove these any values. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to just uncheck this any value that we don't want to show that in our data set. Now you see that any values from this column is removed. Fine. So that has removed the any values. Okay. The next thing is we would like to remove this entire column. Okay. We would like to remove this entire column. Fine. So either you can remove the column, okay, through this, or even you can remove from just right click on this column. Okay, select this column and right click and you can remove from here. Okay. You have two options. One is remove columns. From here you can remove, or if you can also directly right click and remove this column. Okay, that column is removed. Fine. We will see some more, we'll see the other transformations, what we have to do with this file. So another thing is, if you see here, the order ID is unique, but you see the order ID 333 is repeating, right? So what does that mean? These are, these order IDs are, duplicate. So this, all this information is duplicate information. Fine. So you have to remove the duplicate. How you can do that? How you can remove the duplicate information again? So we have already seen that the option is available in the remove rows, and here you see the remove duplicates. Okay, you just click it, and all of the duplicate information where all the rows are duplicate, if all the columns, right, all in the entire row are is duplicate, okay, then those rows will be removed. Okay, so that's we'll just end up with this right today, and we'll see all the other steps in the next class. Okay, but before that, we'll have a small quiz. Okay. Okay, we'll see that. So before that, we'll have a small quiz. Just it will take 2 minutes. So what we have, whatever we have gone through today, right? Whatever we have in the class, within that only we have this quiz. So let's say select the correct answer among with this. Power BI desktop doesn't have the capability of analyzing data, visualization, paginated report, or data modeling. So can you answer this? That which of the capability is not available in Power BI? Power BI desktop. This analyzing, visualization, data modeling, paginated report.
I think
Okay,
it's paginated report. Number three.
correct. Hmm, correct. So we have seen that analyzing data, we have analyzed, we have the visualization tool, right? Visualize, then visualization, right? And data modeling tools, everything is there. So we have all these capabilities of analyzing, visualization. Mainly, this is for analyzing and visualization. Okay, and to support this, we have the data modeling, and but we don't have paginated report. So what is paginated report? Let's see. So paginated report means, okay. So you may have this one in mind also. Okay, when you have your class and you are working on this visualization, so you may want to create this kind of report also. Okay, so in that case, what you have to do, we'll see these things later. Okay, so paginated report means you want to create a report, PDF report or some other report, okay, Excel report, where you want to place all of these, headers and footers and everything, all of these things, okay. So these comes under paginated report. But Power BI doesn't, provide these options. Power BI Desktop will not have these options to create paginated report. It gives you the easy way to visualize the data, to analyze the data, to for further analysis or do your data science work or something else. Okay, or different. So we'll see all these capabilities. And next thing is, what are the three views Power BI have? Whether it is report, analyze, data view, report data model view, report global model view, wave local global view. What are the three views we have in Power BI? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So we just went through that we have three views. Okay, in Power BI. One is report view. I'll just see next. Okay. So here, if you see, I was telling you these three views: report view, then we have this data view, then we have this model view. So these are the three views we have in Power BI. Okay, so three is the right answer: report view, data view, and model view. Okay, so now the next is, uh, what is the data view used for? Why do we use the data view? Any answer? Why are we using the data view? Here we have the you know data view, right? So why this view is used for? Okay, so this view, right? This view is used to see the raw data. So what happens when you do when you create your visualizations? It will always aggregate your data. Okay, Power BI will always aggregate, always create some aggregation and show your data here. So you will not be able to see the detailed information. Okay, here. So what you have to always, once you have created a visualization, right, and you want to know what is the data behind that. Okay, so you can always go to the detailed information of the data in the data view, and here you can see what is that data, or what that visualization is consisting of, what data it is consisting of. You will be always going back to this data view and see this information. So to explore the raw data, okay, that is the answer. of data view, why you use the data view. Okay. Now, can you use it, can you name the tool which is used for data preparation, data cleaning, and all those things? What is the name of that tool? Hmm. Okay. So correct. No. So it's Power Query Editor. Okay. Where we do the data transformation, data preparation. Okay. Data transformation is what we do in Power Query Editor. Okay. So that's all we have seen today. Okay. The next step. This is also we have you know, covered today. What is applied steps in Power Query Editor? So you have seen that whenever we are making some transformation, right? We There is some steps added, right, in the applied steps. So it will the applied steps are the transformation steps. Okay, whatever transformations you are doing, that transformation will getting added up on the applied steps. So that's what we have seen, in the applied steps here. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. Already 7 minutes over. Steps of every transformation is applied. Okay, so those are the applied steps. So that's all we have for today. Okay, and next we'll continue with the same file and transformations, and then we'll see the first visualization out of this report. So yeah, so tomorrow we'll meet tomorrow and see the next things. I'll share you these files, and you can perform all these steps whatever we have done till today, and next thing we'll see tomorrow. Do you have any question? Okay. Okay. Fine. So, any feedback you want to give? Whether I have to go slow or I have to go fast, or I I need to cover more something else. So I'm not going fast, right? Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. Thank you. Then okay. Thank you. Fine. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay.